Why I don't have you ever heard that the lefties live less? I never understood why. I feel like a whole bunch of stats nowadays, whenever you get a stat, it's always some bullshit stat to kind of sway your thinking in one way or another. You know what I mean?
Can you say an example?
Sure, I'm gonna relate it to basketball. There was a player that I saw recently. Okay, I'm actually even gonna pull this up because it was like impressive for a player that I was like,
yeah, you better start pulling shit up because on the last episode you'd be saying some fucking wrong shit.
yeah, but I try to correct myself when I can, man. All right, so look, there's this player called Tony Snell that plays for the Atlanta Hawks, and they're saying that he'll join the 50-50-100 club. What that means is his field goal percentage is 50%, his 3-point percentage is 50%, and his free throw is 100%. Right? That's impressive as fuck when you look at it. And then you go deeper into the stats, and you found out that he's only taken 12 free throws the entire season. It's been like 60 games so far. So it's a very small number. You know what I mean? If he would have taken 100 free throws, he most likely would have missed a free throw. That's what I mean by saying certain stats to make it seem one way or another, but
right.
It just makes you think that way. It's like propaganda. It's with anything. Whenever you want to sway somebody, you give them some stats that backs up what you're saying. You know, like for example,
I kind of feel like I was gonna say I kind of feel like the numbers that the media throws out there of like how many cases and how many deaths and all that stuff, it might be a little bit off. It might not be the exact representation that they're presenting.
Did you see that producer from I don't know if it was CNN or CSBC? Is that what it's called?
CNBC?
CNBC, yeah. I believe it was CNN. I know exactly where it is as well. I'm gonna look this up. But in CNN, this guy went on a date with some Tinder girl. Let's see. It is...
Oh, shit.
Yep, CNN. So, some guy went on a date. I don't know if it was Tinder, but a producer went on a date with some girl, and it turns out that she was filming him the whole time. And they were just talking about a whole bunch of stuff as far as, like, ratings and what they do to pump up the numbers. And he was literally talking about how they pump up the numbers and put it red right next to their symbol so you could see it all the time to pump up the ratings. You know, they specifically do these things. I mean, we all know this, but just to get the confirmation from these things. I mean, we don't all know this, but some people really need like the fucking evidence. Like, why else would they be doing that? You know what I mean? Like, what about the recovery rates? That's what I've always been saying. I'm like, okay, these are how many deaths. How about how many people fucking recovered from it? You know? Right. And he's like, oh, nobody cares about that. And he started talking about some more things as far as like, oh, you don't want to talk about sad news because sad news doesn't give good ratings. And he was just going on about their philosophy and how they think and what attracts attention.
So what happened to this guy after this thing got leaked?
I didn't look into it, but I'm sure not anything good. I'm sure he got fired or something. But at the same time, I'm sure he's trying to sue the girl because I'm sure she was filming him without his consent.
Mm-hmm.
He
could definitely do so.
But he can't be talking about that type of shit if he's working for them and he knows all this stuff, you know?